And everybody, you know what time it is. The Real Talk Sports Show is coming up right now. I am. Welcome to the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, the Minister Jonathan Simmons. And we thank God for those of you who are watching us on various platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter TV, and of course on Roku. That's right, we're on Roku via the Phoenix Entertainment Group channel. The way you find them is you go to Tiki Live and look in their schedule and look for Phoenix Entertainment Group, and you will find us broadcasting to you on your tele live and in person. And remember also, you can find us on YouTube at Real Talk Sports TV. And remember, follow us on YouTube, please. Please subscribe, and hit that bell ping so you get notifications every time we are on the air. We would greatly appreciate it as we try to make our way to that wonderful number of 1,000 subscribers. That's a big deal. So we hope that you guys will be part of that. I'm going to conjure up something I can do in terms of a prize for the 1,000 subscriber. I don't know what that is, but we'll come up with something. But again, subscribe, and then follow us anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. Well, guys, when I do this show, we like to bring on one of the most beautiful women in the way of sports talk radio or TV. We simply call her the Queen. Tree Dolman is back in the building. What's going on, Tree?
Hi, Jonathan. Hi, everyone.
What's up, Tree?
Hi. It feels like
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so we have missed you. Let me get the shades on. I gotta get the. Let's go for the full shot here. Bam. Yeah, I gotta put my shades on. Look at that.
Have missed you all.
Look at how wonderful she looks, guys. Isn't she beautiful? That's how they put my shades on. This is so much. So
Thank
listen,
you.
a treat. Now you have been on a grand adventure. Is that right? Tell us what has been going on with you, please.
I have. So I've been in Canton, Ohio, and then I was in Las Vegas, and now I am back home in Georgia.
Well, I think you might have needed these shades right here. She was in Vegas. That's what I'm talking about. Well, again, welcome back. Glad to have you back with us. And I know you must have had a great time, saw probably lots of great things, and probably got a chance to hang out with some cool people as well.
I did. I wanted to go and support the Las Vegas Aces while I was in Las Vegas, but unfortunately, they were not playing any home games while I was in town. So I did not get to go and see them play.
Well, I know you would have wanted to do that. I think you have some folks that you know that play for the Aces that work with them. So it would have been cool to kind of at least say howdy while you're out there. So maybe next time. Now, I think, have we missed them? Have they played the Dream already here in Atlanta?
I believe so. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we
Don't
missed them.
quote me.
All right.
Everything
Okay.
has been a blur.
It's been a blur. That's right. Lots going on. Well, yeah, I know it must have been, again, very exciting in Canton to see some new honorees, new Hall of Famers, and that must never get old.
It doesn't. To see dreams come true and to see men who work hard and just to have their dreams come true is honestly just priceless.
Well, no doubt. And this is this is not like a one-time thing. Like, I know I'm wrong that winning the Super Bowl obviously is very big, but this is something that's a little different. On you basically become part of the history of the very fabric of the NFL, and people can revisit every year. And again, you get that when you win a Super Bowl, but people can't go back to that same Super Bowl every year. With the Hall of Fame, every single year, every time a new inductee or inductees are there, you are invited to come out again and relive all the things you've done, and then to be amongst the greats, because there's not that many, is it?
No, they are not.
Yeah, a
There's
couple of hundred, and that's about a century worth of play too. So
yeah.
that's some rare company.
It's rare company, and I definitely it's always emotional, right? We know that I'm
Right.
there because of my beloved hubby and just the greatness of his game that he did on and off the field as a wonderful Pro Football Hall of Famer. And he is definitely the reason that I get to go. And it's always just tough being there without him, but every time that I go, of course, I'm just reminded, and I'm just such a proud wife because even though I go and see others that are getting inducted, I'm always remembered and I'm always honoring my hubby and his greatness and the great things that he did to get inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no doubt one of the all-time greats. Of course, most people remember him as part of that tremendous Minnesota defense, and then spent some time here in Atlanta and also the 49ers. But I think most people remember him as a Viking. So
Yes.
again, shout outs to him. Shout out to the Skull Nation out there in Minnie, and again, shout out to you for being willing to take time out and, like you said, doing something that really is kind of bittersweet, but going out there and representing him and getting a chance to interact with all the other family members of Hall of Famers. So yeah, big shout out. And also we had the Basketball Hall of Fame that was going on as well. So pretty exciting. You being a former basketballer, what do you think about the inductees for this year?
And we just talk about how awesome this class is. I know most people may not remember because Steph Curry is my favorite basketball player now, but at one point, Dwayne Wade was my favorite NBA player for quite a while. And to see him get inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, as well as his class, Tony Parker, Paul Gasol, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, the class is just stellar and phenomenal. Everybody, coach, it's just the speeches and the things that they were saying, it just really showed the great people that they are. And people who know me know that yes, I like what athletes do on the court, but what really makes me a fan of a person is their heart, and the things that they do off the court is their character. And this class really really just showed that. And I loved when, I think it was Paul who was giving his speech, or Dirk, I think it was Paul actually, and he said that coach asked them, it was Valentine's Day, and coach said, how many of you guys have given flowers to your loved one for Valentine's Day? And a few of them raised their hands. And he said, well, why does it have to be Valentine's Day for you to give your loved ones flowers, and things like that, which it's not just about basketball, it's about life. But he said that that was the lesson that stuck with him for the rest of his life, which is very important for people to see, because that's one thing I love about my husband relationship and my relationship with him, is that it wasn't just Valentine's Day or birthdays or Christmas. In our relationship, every day was Valentine's Day, Christmas, anniversaries, because we didn't just wait for special occasions to do something nice or to tell each other that we love each other. And I think that a lot of times so many people miss out on things like that. And that's why you look forward to birthdays or Christmases, but honestly, should look forward to every day with the people that you love, because every day is such a blessing.
Yeah, no doubt. It is definitely again, these are the kind of things that really are the memories in sports, the things that we remember, the people, their greatness, just how they went about their business. And I think that's really the big key. that I think that we all should take something for. The hey man, it's you know, these are what makes these guys great is what they do off the field as well. Now, I'm wrong. There are some guys in there that they've been a little snarky, and they're not necessarily the nicest guys around. But we won't talk
Right.
about them. We want to focus on the majority, which are guys that did what they had to do, not both off the field, but not on the playing court or field, but also off it as well. So
Right.
big shout out to them.
Yeah,
And like I said, I know you enjoyed that.
I
Well,
did.
one
I
thing
just
that
love seeing
that I
people.
know that you would have enjoyed had you been here,
Mhm.
that 2 weeks ago we got a chance to go out and cover beach
Oh,
volleyball for the first time. We had never done that before. It was just must see TV. These guys really and gals, just yeah, I was just taken aback at just how not only how agile, but really the energy it takes because people forget you're not on a hard surface. Okay, so and you don't have any sneakers or footwear on, so all that jumping and propelling is pretty much all on you out of that sand. And then I didn't realize this, Tree. Did you know that they played in the rain?
yes.
I had no idea. Play just continued on. We had a major storm come through. They finally, during the men's tournament, had to actually stop it because lightning became in the
Right.
area. But until then, these guys were getting it in, wet sand, rain pouring down. The fans are going bananas because it's been so hot. So the Atlanta when we cheer when it's raining for an outdoor volleyball event. But that's how we do it in the A. But yeah, definitely would have been great to have you here just to get your feedback on that. But yeah, great athletes, both men and women. Good stuff.
Yes, I love volleyball. I love watching sand volleyball. A lot of times, people don't realize just how difficult it is to play volleyball in the sand and how tough it is to move and dive and to just play the game. So I love when sand volleyball is going on or grass and even court. A lot of people don't realize with a court just how in shape you have to be to play volleyball even on the court because it's such a fast and quick paced game. So every level of volleyball is just really a great game. And like I said, you have to be in great volleyball shape in order to be successful at the game, as well as a smart player.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, this was like I said, must see TV. Great stuff. Glad we were able to be a part of it. If you guys want to see some of the clips, I have it on our Instagram page. But yeah, it was real. Yeah, they got down. And like you said, just the ability to propel yourself up and get over that net and get that height like you said, you're out of wet sand on top of that. Yeah, those guys are really balling out. So big kudos to all of those champions that won, and also the folks from ABP Beach Volleyball, which is the Pro Beach Volleyball Association that gave us a chance to come out there and cover that. But other
Yeah.
things going on, Tree, the Braves continue to steamroller the rest of the major leagues. Now, we thought there was going to be a little bit of a problem. Yep, we thought there was going to be a situation because they had a point where they actually had over a 10-game stretch fallen under 500 only during that 10-game stretch. I think they lost 6 of 10 games. Charlie Morton came out, stunk up the joint. Spencer, was it Strider or the other young pitcher? He came out, looked terrible. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, Braves pitching is falling apart. Well, all it takes is to play
Hello.
the right teams, the New York Metropolitans and now the New York Yankees. So the Braves are taking it out on both metropolitan teams, wearing the Mets out at home, and now giving it to the Yankees here. Excuse me, being the Mets at in New York at City Field, and now giving it to the Yankees here in Atlanta. Uh, Giving you an update here, Marcelo Ozuna at the DH spot has put a 3 spot on the board for the Bravos, just hitting a big 3-run blast in the bottom of the first inning. The Braves are now leading the Yankees 3-0. Braves overall record, guys. Everybody was worried how they're doing. The Braves are now 34 games over 500, 76-42, and still on pace to win about 105 games in the season.
And
So
they have a chance to break Major League Baseball record. So we'll see if it happens.
yeah, they are clicking along, lead the major leagues in home runs. They're in the top five in almost every offensive category. And Ronald Acuna having a season for the ages. And also, everybody been talking about Acuna. Matt Olson has now jumped ahead of Shohei Ohtani. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. He hit his 43rd homer just the other day. He's at, I think, already 100 RBI. So he's on pace to be the first Brave to hit 55 or more homers in a season, surpassing even the great Hank Aaron and, of course, the great center fielder. I'm drawing a blank right now. Why am I drawing a blank? Why? He was one of the great center fielders that played in the 90s, was a gold glover. Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones. Yep, Andrew Jones, I think, hit 52 for the Braves during one of their championship seasons. So, yeah, man, this Brave team is just stacked. Oh, and by the way, a guy who was an MVP candidate last year, Austin Riley, has now found his back. He's clipping along at a pace that he might hit 40 or possibly 45 home runs. So, yeah, this Braves team is
Yes,
stacked, stacked, stacked.
they are doing the thing, and I
Yeah.
can see them definitely winning the World Series.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing them, and hopefully they can hang on because, like I said again, we have had teams win over 105 games a couple of times and not win the World Series. Matter of fact, the Seattle Mariners, I think, did it in, I think they won 116 games and did not even get to the World Series. So hopefully that will not befall our Bravos. Hopefully they will give us a repeat of what they did 2 years ago, was to bring home the World Series trophy. All right, guys, we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked right here. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
The day has arrived. It's time to let more people know about your business. You have the right marketing plan and the messaging in place. But do you have the right messenger? Good advertising and promotions need a professional sound so the message can be clearly understood. Don't leave your brand image to chance. Let our team of voiceover experts at CME lend you a hand. Give us a call at 678-304-8121 to find out how we can partner with you to give your business its voice. Hey sports fans, tune in for live high school football Fridays, 7:30 p.m. on RealTalkSports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on RealTalkSports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at AllenVigilFord.net. All right, guys. Now, all the other coaches were saying we saved the best for last. But, this guy's a favorite of our program with the Jonesboro Cardinals, Coach Timothy Floyd. Welcome back, sir.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always good to be here.
Coach, listen, what can we look forward to on the field, style of play for Jonesboro this year?
When you see Jonesboro football, you can expect to see a disciplined team, physical team that's playing fast. So that's what we're trying to get to.
And Coach, I know your team is always about a team effort, but give us maybe one or two players that people can look forward to seeing on the field for Jonesboro this year.
Yeah, well, I'll start with Donovan McCoy, that's a senior running back, Jontavius Wyman, sophomore quarterback, and Jamar Owens, a sophomore safety.
Well, Coach, man, we look forward to seeing you on the field this year, and I know you, as always, got the rivalry game against the team around the corner coming up soon.
Yes, sir. We are most definitely looking forward to that one on, I think it's the 18th, August 18th. So at Terra Stadium, 7:30. Let's go Burrow.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Buddies, one of our buddies, Coach Timothy DeFloyd, they did something different this year, Tree. They actually had their own media day last Saturday, giving the players a chance to meet some of the fans and meet and greet the coaches. So, yeah, it's Jonesboro. Matter of fact, all the Clayton County teams look like they're ready to go. I cannot understand what these kids are being fed right now. I saw at least a half a dozen high school football players that weighed in excess of 280 pounds. Yeah, I mean, and I'm saying a couple of these guys over 300 pounds. I mean, I'm just thinking, what are they eating? It is just
A lot of food.
huge. So look forward to seeing some really good football out of Clayton County this year. I think that the teams have improved. Like you said, the size of these guys are just ginormous. So it's going to be very, very interesting to cover them this year. and see what Clayton County can do. Remember, guys, we are on Friday nights covering the games. We're there at the Terrace Stadium. We're doing those, and another group will be handling some of the other stadiums. And we look to bring you something new this year. And this was an idea by our lovely Queen. Queen, tell us what we will be doing for high school football this year.
All right. So I am excited to announce that we are going to ask you all to send in the plays of the week to Real Talk Sports. And then we are going to select the top 5 plays of the week. So you never know, you may get picked and be selected as one of the top 5 plays or the play of the week. So you have to send in your videos and your clips, and we look forward to seeing all the greatness that takes place this season during high school football.
And there it is, guys. I said Real Talk Sports top 5 high school plays of the week. And the Queen came up with this idea. She said, "Why don't we do something for these guys, and we'll do the top 5, and then we'll pick out the very best one." Now you're probably saying, "Well, how can I find out? How can I get my video in?" No worries. We make it very, very easy for you. Go and just shoot me an email. It's the best way to do it. Here it is right here is information. Jay Simmons at realtalksports.net. Hit me up, or you can text me 678-410-9833. But that's the best way to get your information in, as we will now have, that's right, the Real Talk Sports top 5 plays of the week. That's it, guys. Top 5 plays of the week. There it is right there. High school football plays. Remember, send us over your videos to Jay Simmons at realtalksports.net, or text them to me at 678-410-9833, because we want to get y'all on the screen. And I'm going to get, hey, listen, speaking of that, for those of you supporting U Sports, give me something I can give away as a prize. Same thing, you guys hit me up, Jay Simmons at realtalksports.net, or text me 678-410-9833, and you will be our top 5 plays of the week sponsor. You can be one of them. Now, how about that, to get your business name out and support our high school football players? So there it is, top 5 plays of the week, and we're bringing you all the best of what's going on in the world of high school football, on the field and off the field. We're going to try to do more interviews this year, off the field, kind of follow the kids and see what the kids are doing. So again, if you have anything compelling, one more time, I'll pop it up here. Hit me up with an email, jsimmons at realtalksports.net. If you got some great information of what some kids or even coaches are doing off the field to support the community. So yeah, just like I said, we just want to support. Great stuff going on out there. Lots of great stuff going on. Well, Tree, NFL's been buzzing. I know it's a little early, but NFL has been on and popping. A lot of people are talking about your Detroit Lions as being the new favorite to win the NFC North.
Yes.
I know you feel about that.
I'm excited. Not just because people are picking us, but because we are finally getting our respect. So I am so happy for all of the people who are picking us, who believe in us. And now, like Coach Campbell says, we don't take pressure with being picked to win the division. We are already focusing on winning the division. So the fact that we're getting support, we like it. It's not taken away from our job and what we have to go out there and do. So I'm looking forward to it. And I do think that we will win the division as well. So I am picking my Lions. Even with the suspensions that we had through to the gambling, I still think we're going to go out there and make things happen.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's looking at this team to make some noise this year, and they have started off the way you should, with a winning style, as they jumped out and won their first preseason game over the New York Giants, 21-16. Let's take a look at some of the player stats. Most of these people, of course, you will not know, folks, but that's okay. It lets the teams get a good look at their players. Nate Sudfeld was the Lions quarterback, 15-28, 194, threw a couple of picks, but didn't matter. The defense held on. On the ground, Divine Osagibo, 11 carries for 31 yards, and Chase Cota, 4 receptions for 60 yards to lead the Lions. And that's how he did it. Graham Gano was in a midseason form, hit 2 field goals early to give them the lead of 6-0. And then finally, Detroit put some touchdowns on the board in the second half as Maurice Alexander took a punt return 95 yards. And then, for a little icing on the cake, Jameson Williams took a 2-point conversion pass from Nate Sudfeld to give to close Detroit's gap to 13-11. And then late in the game, with about $1:51 to play, the Lions came from behind to get the game-winning touchdown with about 1:51 to go. Lions overall, very well on offense, 327 yards of total offense, 230 in the air, 97 on the ground, almost 5 yards per play tree. So, yeah, these are all second teamers. We get it. But at the end of the day, the Lions did what I think any team needs to do when they're trying to make their mark on the league. You got to get into a winning tradition. Now, people say preseason don't count. I don't believe in that. I believe that once you win, you kind of set that template of winning. So kudos to your Lions as they knocked off the Giants.
Thank you.
They did what they had to do. So,
Thank
yeah, good stuff.
We're pride.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like this. I mean, the team looked good down the stretch. They knocked out Green Bay and kept Green Bay out of the playoffs. Their nemesis over the years. They got a good defense.
Say, either we're going or they're not going. Yes, ooh. I love it.
And that's what they did. They handled their business. I mean, you give them credit. They did exactly what they had to do to shut them down. The young rookie, Aiden Hutchinson, was a beast last year, so he's only going to be better on the defense. So, yeah, keep your eyes, boys and girls, on those Lions as they make some noise. I don't want to be too trite, but, yeah, look for the Lions to roar, baby, roar in the NFC North. But, Tree's going to have a little trouble, guys. She's going to be rooting with 2 hands because let's remember the Vikings are the defending NFC North, champions. Now, of course, speaking of that, a key cog in the Vikings' offensive attack is gone. Dalvin Cook has left the building. Cook, along with many other running backs in the NFL, are feeling that they are getting shortchanged and not getting paid the money that they're due. NFL teams are saying, well, at the end of the day, you guys are a lot more replaceable than you used to be. So it's hard for these guys to get the money. But Dalvin Cook, after not being able to put anything together with the Vikings, is gone. And he is now joining his former arch rival, Aaron Rodgers, with the Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
So now there's a question. With him on that team, with the Jets having such a good defense, will they now win the AFC East? Can they get by Buffalo? Can they get by the Patriots, who not been necessarily a threat? Can they get by Miami, who a lot of people are thinking they might get by Buffalo? What say you, Tree? Is this move enough for the Jets to now be the AFC East champions?
Well, I mean, I will say that the Jets are making some big time moves, and I did feel that if they got Dalvin Cook, that would be a big game changer. I hate that he's no longer a Viking because I loved what he was doing for us, Skol Vikings. But yeah, I mean, the moves that they're making, the people that they've acquired, the Jets are definitely going to make some noise. I don't know that I'll say that they'll be the champions in the division, but they have a good chance to be. And again, they're making some noise. So I think that teams definitely need to watch out for the Jets.
Yeah, let's take a look here at Dalvin Cook's stats here. 28 years old. I just turned 28, August the 10th. Last 4 years has been to the Pro Bowl. Why? Listen to these numbers, folks. 2019, 250 carries, 1,135 yards, 4.5 yards a carry, 13 touchdowns, one of the best in the league. The next year, he really balled out. 312 carries, which is a lot, for 1,557 yards, 5 yards a carry, 16 touchdowns, and oh, by the way, had 44 receptions. Followed it up in 2021 with another 1,100-yard season, 4.7 yards a carry, and then last year, as they went back to the playoffs, he once again was stout. 8 touchdowns, 39 receptions, 1,100, almost 1,200 yards on the ground, and 4.4 yards per carry. So the question is going to be like all these guys, that magic number, when you start getting up around 300 carries, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. So that's probably why the Vikings say, hey, man, we looked at the numbers after that season. Each year, although it's been good, your average per carries went down. You went from 5, and that monster season he had 3 years ago, you went to 4.7, last year 4.4. Vikings are saying, we're going to get out while the going's good. We're not going to re-sign you any kind of huge contract. But for the Jets, it looks like they could be a threat. Let's go here to social media. Our man Todd Tree, even though I have my glasses on, read what Todd is talking about, please.
Oh, I'm on my cell phone, so I can't see
Oh, no, I can read it. Look, I got my glasses. I think I can do it.
Okay.
Too many carries. Remember Jamal Anderson. He done. Yeah, well, if you remember, Todd, one of the big problems with Jamal Anderson was not only the number of carries, but he held out after the Super Bowl year, I believe it was, and then got injured. And that's really why he was, really not the same. But as you know, Tree, from watching football for a long time, when these running backs get 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 250 to 300 carries, yeah, that's a lot of wear and tear in the body. And speaking of a guy with a lot of carries who his things kind of fell off the shelf there a little bit, how about this other guy that's in the picture? Well, he's not in the picture there, but Ezekiel Elliott. He's with the Patriots. So the big question is, does Zeke have anything left in the tank to give to the Patriots? And can Bill Belichick at least get a reasonable facsimile of Ezekiel Elliott, who just, 4 or 5 years ago was one of the dominant backs in the league? What do you think? Does Ezekiel Elliott have anything left, Tree, or is he about done?
I think all of these running backs have a little bit left in the tank. And what's really the biggest thing that they have in their tank is motivation. So because of what's been going on with the teams not paying them what they're worth and the teams cutting them because of the amount of money that they're expected to make or that they were trying to make, and how the league undervalued and underappreciated them. So revenge and motivation is definitely going to have these guys, I believe, have star breakout seasons, because I think that they are all playing to prove them wrong and to show them that, hey, we are still valued and you do still need the running back in this game. So honestly, I just think that the NFL should just be on the lookout this year, because I think that these running backs have something to prove. And I think that they are really going to let it all show on the field this season and let people know who their name is.
Yeah, I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, the guy was he was a stud back. Like really much like Dalvin Cook. We'll take a look at his stats here from ESPN. The funny thing is his biggest year was his rookie year. And the Cowboys just try to wear the guy out. He had a stunning 322 carries in his rookie season 2016. Of course, he was all pro, all everything, played in 15 games, 5.1 yards a carry on 322 carries, 16 touchdowns. He had a long run of 60 yards. He was just an absolute beast. And really, he's not had a season really on that same level. I shouldn't say that. 2018, 304 carries, 1,400 yards. And then he followed it up with 301 carries in 2019, 12 more touchdowns as well. But the problem is that the Cowboys really didn't get much out of that. If you remember, they blew 2 opportunities to go to the Super Bowl. The year that the Falcons went, they were the favorites. They had home field advantage for the entire playoffs. And then Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers snuck in there and knocked them off. And then also another year, they would won 12 games, I think lost in the first round. So, to get all those carries and really show nothing for it, not even a Super Bowl appearance, is kind of tough. But anyway, Zeke thinks he's got something left. Last year, respectable 231 carries, but his yards per carry way, way down, only 3.8 yards per carry. So that's 12 touchdowns. So I guess he's figuring, hey, man, with the proper coaching, proper scheme, Bill Belichick, one of the all-time great coaches, that he might be able to squeeze a little bit more out of Zeke. What do you guys think here? It is right here, guys. What do you think? Do you think what kind of impact will Ezekiel Elliott have on the Patriots? Let me know, folks. I'm gonna put that on social media too, so you guys can see it. And we'd love to get your response about Ezekiel Elliott and his impact on the Patriots. Meanwhile, speaking of social media, let's go to social media. We have some more comments. Let's see here. Todd says, I may try out for the Falcons. I've been training and we need a deep threat. Okay.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Go Todd.
Todd throwing a little shade at those Falcons there. Before we get to the Falcons, we're going to do that right after the break. Let's go here. And what kind of impact will Ezekiel Elliott have on the Patriots? If you guys want to holler at me right quick and let me know what you guys think, please do so. We're about to go to the break in just a few more minutes. But yeah, it's just hard. Once you get past that 6th or 7th year and you've had like 2 or 3 years, you've had, 300 carries or more, that's just a lot of beating for people to take, and especially in today's NFL because everybody's bigger, everybody's strong, and everybody's faster. So, you got a guy come off the edge. It's one thing for a guy that 250 pounds to hit you and he runs a 5.240. It's a whole different thing when a guy at 275 who runs a 4.640 hits you. Yeah, that's a that situation. So, but like I said, I hope he does. I hope Zeke's got some left in the tank. I'd like to see him short. I think the guy's one of the great backs that we've seen over the last decade, and certainly Dalvin Cook. Like to see him, return to his form that he showed last year. Actually, the last 4 years with the Vikings. But we shall see. Now, I know it's only preseason, but it apparently Mr. Rogers is a little banged up out in New York. Rumor has it that he's got some injuries and played through them in practice and in some of their scrimmage games. And they said, unfortunately, he's not looked like the Aaron Rodgers that we're used to. So he actually at one point threw 7 consecutive incompletions. So this is Mr. Accurate. So we're going to see because what is he now, 38, 39? He's up there.
I don't know, but none of that matters. When the season comes, he will produce. I'm not worried about that. You have to realize that he is a former MVP, multiple MVP, and he was playing through a finger injury last season, and he still produced. I'm not concerned. I think he definitely would go out there and produce once it's game time.
Tree said, I ain't worried. She said, Aaron was going to be Aaron. Yeah, I mean, listen to the bottom line. If Dalvin Cook is even 90% of what he was in Minnesota, he's going to get every bit of 15, 16, 17, 18 carries a game. So it's going to be very tough to defend Aaron Rodgers. We've seen this every year when he's had MVP years. Every year he put the big numbers. He's had a running back that's been able to be, if not 1,000-yard back, pretty close to it. If you have that, and that back can average you about 4 yards a carry, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to be real trouble because that play action fake now is going to have some teeth. He's one of the best in the business. So, yeah, it should be very, very interesting to see what's going on. Let's go ahead back to social media. Todd is saying, good running backs are plentiful in the league. I would have picked 100 young buck if I was Bill and been cheaper. Well, Todd, here's the thing. I mean, he really is cheap. He's on a 1-year contract, $8.5 million. I think only half of that is guaranteed. So you know how Bill does it, man. Bill Belichick is not a guy that's going to spend a whole lot of money on you. He's going to, like you say, he's going to let him take that flyer. He's going to see what he's got left in the tank, just like he did with Cam Newton. And he said, hey, when Cam was there, he was the ultimate professional. He just, from the injuries, he wasn't the Cam that we knew from, 2012 to 2018 when he was one of the best players in the league. So, but he's going to get his chance. Not Dalvin Cook, but Zeke's going to get his chance to help the Patriots out. And Mac Jones, he's used to having stud running backs at Alabama. He's another guy that throws well off the play action fake. So yeah, the AFC East is going to be real interesting. Got Ezekiel Elliott, you got Bill Belichick, Patriots, the Patriot way. You got big Josh up in Buffalo. You got Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, and Miami, you got the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. and Tua. So yeah, it's the AFC might be the spot to watch this year. I mean, it might be that might be the conference to keep our eye on outside of the other conference across coast, the AFC West, got that gunslinger over there, Mr. Mahomes. So yeah, so it should be very, very interesting this football this year.
I'm just
Now, Trina,
excited. I can't wait for football.
Trina, you've been grinning the whole time. I mean, the whole time you've been just grinning. Oh yeah, well, football is here. It's here.
Finally,
Oh,
after the Super Bowl, I get a little sad. I'm like, oh my goodness, football is over. And then we have the NBA. So I'm content. But then after the NBA finals, oh, that's when I'm just really distraught. And I'm just like, no, when is football coming? And football is here. Football is here, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just ready for the regular season to start. But guess what? We have football. Woo!
oh yeah. Listen, it's going to be on and popping. I mean, I tell everybody, it's going to be great football throughout the NFL. I think a lot of teams have in improved. I think that we're going to talk about them in just a few minutes after the break. But I think the Falcons are going to surprise some people. I know everybody is saying, "Preach, drank the Kool-Aid again." I'll admit it, I did, but I do think they're going to make some impact. Let's go here to social media. Our man Todd, he said, "I saw D-Led on the back of I know it means a milk carton today. Where he at?" Oh, man, okay, let me get some full disclosure here. D-Led and I exchanged texts this morning, and he said basically right now he's got a lot of things going on, and he said he's going to lay low, and he said, but look for him to be back in the saddle when the regular season starts. So folks, don't get excited. D-Led will be back once the regular season starts. So that he's not going to be on next week after the preseason. When the season starts, you will see our buddy D Orlando Ledbetter back in his usual seat, giving you a Falcons recap. So no, I haven't. He hasn't been kidnapped. I don't have him hidden in a closet somewhere. Matter of fact, he was down in Miami for the preseason game, chilling out there. But yeah, he did hit me today and say, yeah, he will be back during the regular season. Hey, Tree, did you hear? Speaking of regular season, women's sports for a second. We know that the Dream are in the mix for a playoff run. They're kind of up and down. But I have some other breaking news about women's sports. And it's about someone we know. The lovely Miss Candace Mitchell, in case those of you don't know, she was recently elected, or I guess not elected, but hired to be the president of the Atlanta professional football team, the Atlanta Rage, who we had on our show a few months ago. So now Candace is now the new president of the Atlanta Rage.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why she's not on tonight. I'd asked her to come on and talk about that. She, oh no, I got to meet with the coaches. So she already is on the grind, getting things ready. And what better person, I think, to coach that team? A woman who is a former professional football player herself, great athlete. She was also an assistant superintendent of sports in Atlanta. And she was, I believe, the first or second woman to be a full-time coach at the high school football level. She was a linebacker coach at Henry County a few years back. So who better than her to be the president of the women's football team here? So again, kudos to our good buddy Candace Mitchell. We look forward to having her on the show to talk about her presidency and really kind of the rise in women's football, not just tackle, but also touch football is just seeming to be big.
Touch football, flag football?
Flag football. I'm sorry, flag football.
Oh, I was just making sure you're talking about the same thing. Yes, it is. As I told you, I'm doing a flag football tournament to raise money for brain cancer awareness. And I think that flag football is definitely growing. I love that I saw that the NFL introduced flag football for the first year in the Pro Bowl this year, which I think is really great and just help take down some of the injuries that people would see during the Pro Bowl. So I'm excited about it. And I think that flag football is just going to continue to grow, and you're just starting to see it at every area of the game and also with young boys and young girls. So I think that it is really phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to our annual flag football tournament that we will do every year.
Now, are you going to be playing the tournament, Tree? Because I can bring that clip back and show everybody what skills you got.
I actually will not, because I am putting on the tournament. So whenever I'm the one putting on a tournament or putting on an event, I can't participate and just enjoy it because I'm actually there working and making sure everything is going smoothly, just making sure everybody's having a good time and running around doing multi-million things. But when there are opportunities to play, if Eric Matthews still does his annual flag football tournament that we do, then I will play in that. And then that would be fun because I did enjoy playing in his tournament every year and making a great difference and just doing it for a great cause. So yes, that will be the time that you'll see me out there playing, which is a lot of fun. But on my tournament, when I'm actually doing the fundraiser, unfortunately, I can't play because I'm working.
Well, boys, the reason I put up her social media information right there, if you have a big time flag football tournament, there's how you contact her. And if you don't believe me, just go to the Real Talk Sports 7 and you will see a clip of the Queen with her crown on, with her dress on, and her high heels do a square out. And the ball never hit the ground. Just hit those beautiful hands and then a little flip behind me, like, hey, what you expect? So I'm just saying, boys, if she could do that in a dress, a crown, and heels, you know what happens when she gets some sneakers on. I'm just saying. So if you are now, this is for serious inquiries only. Okay, if you have a major tournament, you want to do something, and you want to see a real like stud wide receiver, there she is right there, boys. I'm just saying. All right, listen, guys, we're going to be back with more Real Talk Sports. We're going to wrap it up with some football. Talk about the Falcons and your thoughts on their 19-3 opening preseason game victory. We'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show in just a daggone moment. So don't go nowhere. Please don't go. Please don't go. Okay, that's enough singing from me. All right, karaoke night. I didn't make it. I'm so sorry, boys. All right, we'll be back.
Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions or shop 24/7 online at allenvigillincoln.net. Just want to say congratulations on getting your new F-350 from us here at Allen Vigil Ford. Thank you for your business.
Thank you.
God bless.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations. What do you think? Is it worth the wait, buddy?
I love it. I can't wait to get on the road with it.
Well, listen, man, thank you very much, and congratulations to you. Appreciate your business.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate your business.
All right, guys. For those of you who don't know, you can get your vehicle from the preacher. That's right, guys. I am a commercial account rep, but also a regular sales rep at Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln. And as you guys know, they are our title sponsor for high school football. Now, here's how you can do this. You can go ahead and contact me directly. You have my number, 678-410-9833. And here's the cool thing. We got a wonderful website. You can shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. Now, here's the one last thing. They're centrally located everywhere. They're located right in the heart of Clayton County, right off of exit 231 on I-75. We're about 25 minutes south of downtown Atlanta, about 15, 20 minutes east of the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Literally, I've had customers come and get vehicles from me from all over the country. No joke, all over the country. We've had people come in from as far away as California to come in and get their vehicles from us. We had a guy from Denver. So please, if you want to get some good service, come on and check out the minister. And here's a good thing. You're dealing with an honest car guy, not, a crook. So I'm not saying all the guys are crook. I'm just saying, you're not getting a crook with a preacher. I'm just saying. So come on out, check me out. 678-410-9833 is how you can reach me if you need me, and I'd be more than happy to help you or your family get a new automobile. That's all I got to say about that. My shameless plug. So, there we go. All right. So as we said, guys, 8:45. Like talk about the Falcons. Tree, I know you're excited about the Falcons and the big moves they're making. Look at that face, guys. I want to zoom in. Look at that face. See the excitement? There you go. Oh, Oh, okay. So the Falcons win 19-3. Um, and really, I think that they played an outstanding game. Let me not say outstanding. Let's just say they played well. They did well. They did exactly what we needed them to do. Defense played well. Offense was serviceable. And Tree, you'll like this. The Falcons got not one, not three, but 5 sacks of the quarterback. Now, I mean, when on earth would we think that the Falcons would have 5 sacks? Can you believe it?
I can.
Yeah, they played extremely well. And when I say extremely well, they showed you a glimpse of how they probably are going to play this year.
Yes.
I'm talking about the style of play.
Yeah.
Running the ball, defense still in that mindset, bend would not break, but more importantly, um, being able to get the quarterback on the ground, and they got some turnovers. So that's what I think you're going to see with the Falcons. Let's go to social media here. I'm going to ask you guys your thoughts on the Falcons' 19-3 win. Was it the big play defense, the run game, or turnovers? What was the key to the game for you? Let's go here to social media. Let's flip up here. Our man Todd is going wild, because talking about the Falcons. Here we go. All right. First of all, Todd wants me to address the incident with my car. I am in the process of getting the police report, and I will be getting the car fixed. So, good Lord willing, I will have pictures of my car being fixed and looking correct. Let me see if I have a picture of the car in its current state. For those of you who did not know, I had bought a car and I had not even made a single payment, and my car got into a smash and crashing. So, here's the picture, guys, of my car. Bam! As you can see, it's got a nasty gash in the bumper.
Well, I'm
So we'll get
happy
that
that your
fixed.
car was not totaled. And more importantly, I'm happy that you are okay and you were not injured.
Praise the Lord, Tree. You took it right out of my mouth. That's why I tell people at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, nobody wants to get their car in an accident. I get it, but at the end of the day, that's the thing. Once I got out of my feelings, I said, "Oh, hold it, hold it." I said, "Now, preacher, you know that the scripture said that we will bless the Lord at all times, and our praise will be continually his praise will be continually in our mouth." So what does that mean? That means that you have to take a completely different look. And that's exactly what I said, because when I played back the accident in my mind, it could have easily, I'm talking milliseconds, got worse. Because at first I was going to speed up. Had I done that and the guy swerved the way he did, he would have plowed right into my driver's side door, probably injuring me to some level and certainly damaging the car to the point where I probably couldn't even drive it right now. So there's no doubt in my mind. Oh, and last but not least, the other driver was not injured. That's the other thing. So when you have an accident and he hit me pretty good, and two people don't get injured, yeah, okay, well then yeah, count your blessings and be quiet. And that's what I did. So yeah, thank the Lord, and we appreciate the fact that I'm still here, and you can always get another car. I mean, at the end of the day. So, but I don't have to worry about this. I have to get it fixed. All right, let's go back to social media one more time here, and we got okay. I think Todd's got an offer here. Let's go here and pull this up here. He says, bum ba I will donate $20 to Trees Charity on every completed pass Ritter completes over 40 yards. All right.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
right. We're gonna document that, bro. Yeah,
So
that's document. You're gonna have to come up with some
$20
money.
to my charity for every pass that Ritter completes that's over 40 yards. I'm writing this down, right, Todd? Okay, because
It gets even better.
Uh-oh.
He
Okay.
said that's for the whole year. That's for the whole season.
Oh, okay. Okay. Duly noted. Thank you, Todd. I'm excited.
He said,
Okay.
write it down. I'm serious. He said he's serious about this thing.
Okay, Todd. Okay, Todd. Yes.
Todd, bro. Listen, we love you, bro, but that's still not getting extra points with the queen. I'm just saying, put the money out. But I said, no, I'm just joking. We do appreciate that. And listen, anybody else that wants to contribute to the great things that Tree are doing, and a certain Tyrone has some stuff as well. But if you guys want to contribute, it's all about giving back. And this year, that's the other thing we're going to do with our sponsors. Anybody that sponsors us for high school football, we are going to put a percentage back. They're going to give back to the high schools because, again, don't be wrong. It's certainly we appreciate Mr. Vigils, our title sponsor, but we want to take some of the burden off of him, number one, and we want to expand what we can do. Remember, also, we have the top 5 plays that we're going to do. So anything that you guys would like to do, we love to do something we can really get back to the kids because, I think especially on the south side where we are, a lot of times these kids don't get the same exposure as some of the kids north of I-20. And a lot of that's because of the proximity to the news stations. They're closer, so they get a little bit more coverage. So we want to do the same thing for the kids down here, give them an impact. And just in general, like I said, if you think there's something we can do up on the north side, I mean, certainly my good buddy Mike Haynes, former Falcons, runs I think it's called the North Fulton and Forsyth Touchdown Club, where they focus on the kids up in that area. I took the trek a few years ago when they first started, drove up an hour one way because it's out near U-Tree. I think where they were having their meetings was at the Andy Stanley's church, North Point.
Yeah,
and the North Point up in Alpharetta. And from Alpharetta to the south side, it's about an hour drive.
So now y'all know how I feel.
And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I want to give a shout out because when Tree first came on our show, we were doing actually in the station, and she actually came down to the station with her crown and sash, and she said afterwards, she said, "Brother," she goes, "Can't do this too often because this is a long way away." But we are going to
an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah. So it was a good drive. But the Queen was there, unruffled, looking as beautiful as ever. Everybody was so excited to actually see her real, because she, like I said, she had the real crown, a real sash, and a lot of people talked about that for many years afterwards. How cool it was that she was able to come down and let everybody see that. So big kudos to her. Oh, I cannot believe it. The time is over. Hang on one second. We got one more comment. Get Langston Hughes coach back on. I got a bone to pick with him and his team sportsmanship. Yeah, I will be bringing those guys back on. Hopefully, they'll make available. I'm not sure, what all happened with those guys. Sometimes when you are a dominant team, sometimes you can kind of get a little too dominant and forget that good sportsmanship and handshakes and stuff are always important. But anyway, I'm not sure what happened, Todd. You have to explain that to me. You text me or something, let me know. But yeah, we are looking to hopefully we can get at least one school from every county on the south side to come join us. That's our hope. Like I said, we only have some. Okay, there's the whole story. Todd's a Gainesville man, so he feels that the Gainesville coach. Now, Todd, you wouldn't be saying that because you guys lost in the championship game for state title, would you? I'm just saying, brother. All right. Well, anyway, we got to go. But guys, you know how we do it. Anytime we do this show, we want to make sure that you know how to find out more about our guests and our co-hosts. So, as we always do, to the Queen, the floor is now yours.
Well, hello, everyone. I do want to say I have finally added our beard oil to El Shimon Candles and Cosmetics. Yay, you guys have been asking. And so I have finally come out with 4 different types of beard oils, one of which is unscented. And here is one of our most popular candles, Caribbean Sea. So these are the candles that this scent is just amazing. So if you want to shop for someone, please go to elshimon.com, or you can go to our Instagram or social media. You can find me on all social media at Purple Diva 13, as well as Ms. America International 2022. Thanks for watching.
Amen. All right, guys, I always want to encourage, as I do, before we leave, that the minister side of me comes out. Remember, if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, your personal Savior, please, ma'am, please, sir, get to know him today. Why? Nobody loves you like Jesus. He did something spectacular. He came here, died for your sins, but he rose from the dead. And the good news is, because of that, if you believe in him and repent of your sins, two magnificent things happen. Number one, you become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven. And number two, you become an adoptive child of God with all the rights therein. That means you now can go to God as your heavenly Father, ask him for anything that you need or desire, and according to his will, he'll give it to you. And when you die, you go to that happy place called heaven. Everything is lovely, beautiful. You never die, you never get old. There's no more pain, no more sorrow, and you avoid that nasty place called hell, where all the things that are in heaven won't be in hell. So it's dark, it's dreary, bad people everywhere, and most of all, you cut off from God and all the people of love forever and a day. I don't know about you, but like option number one instead of option number two. All right, guys, before we sign off, one more comment on social media. Our good buddy H.C. Hardy wanted to comment very quickly about the fact of, which I didn't know, Matt Schaub is now the quarterback analyst. And Matt Schaub ran, as he says there, the same type of offense that Shanahan ran in Houston, which the Falcons run variation of. And Matt Schaub, for those of you who don't know, was a backup to Michael Vick, and then later went on to have a couple of Pro Bowl years for the Houston Texans. So breaking news out of the Falcons camp. All right, guys, you know how we do it. Until next time we get back together again. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, whichever may apply. So long.